Thought the atmosphere and environment was tremendous here at Doak Campbell. I think it's, to me, it's one of the great games in college football, and again, one of the great rivalries. And very fortunate to be a part of that. I think Miami does have a very good football team. I was very proud of the way we competed in the game and dealt with some things early, overcame some adversity, and were able to execute down the stretch and how we performed in all three phases: offense, defense, and special teams. I don't care if a guy hits you, bites you, kicks you, you don't do anything back. That serves you no good. Take your pride, put it in your back pocket. You don't do it, and that's the point we're trying to get across, because we can't afford, because when in the end of it, you're both out of the game, it does either one of us no good. And we talked about those things before the game, halftime, and all parts of the game. And, you know, I appreciate, guys, there's nobody who'll be more intense, and I was that age, I'd been right in the middle of it. I ain't gonna lie, I'd been right in the middle of it, I know that. But sometimes you gotta look in the big picture, and that's the only thing I was trying to get our guys out of there before something stupid happened. I'm gonna tell you who's good for is me. That we can go out there and execute, because the teams aren't going to always give you those big plays, and you're going to have to take them when you get them. But at the same time, you got to be able to execute up and down the field, and that's what good plays and good teams can do. They can take that route and be content and hit the 6, 8, 10, 12-yard routes underneath and be able to yak yards, you know, run with the ball and be able to run it and mix. And that, to me, that's what really, when you're a good football team, you're able to do that. I thought he played a very good game. I thought it was a huge growing day for him because of handling the hype of a home game. That's harder sometimes. A lot more distractions. Dealt with some adversity. Came back very calmly. Managed the game. Second half was 12 of 14. And made big plays when he had to, critical third down throws. You know, we didn't have the touchdown throws, but we had a lot of guys that got caught on the 5, 6, 7, and we ran it down there. It didn't matter. We were still scoring, leading drives. You know, you led 5 drives of 70 yards or more. Exactly the same things, and we're going to demand it. And that's where, you know, it's up to me, but it's really not. It's up to our senior leadership and the unity council of this team and the leaders of this team to make sure that we understand the importance of every game. And hopefully we've gotten that across, that how we prepare for every game, and we're going to practice the same way for every game no matter who it is. Again, our opponent has no face, and we don't mean that in any disrespect. It's just that's the next game. That's the way you got to go about your business. They've changed. They were running all kind of option and things early, which, you know, now they went back to throwing the football. Tanner Price seems like he's been there forever, making great decisions. It's a shame the receiver got hurt, number 3 again. I think he had 67 catches on the daggone year. He's a heck of a player for them. They were throwing it around, but they were running early in the season. They did a lot of option, a lot of things, which I think they could go back and do some of those things now. Probably will look at some of those things or continue what they're doing. We got to prepare for both groups.